some good exercises to help strengthen/extend the lower registers of my voice so that I can still project the sound? I love this question.
That is a good question.
Very astute. Everybody is always like, how do I sing high notes? How do I sing high notes? Low notes are hard. So actually one of the things that I do with people who have a difficulty with low notes is same thing that I did with the tongue tension stuff I just talked about. Making sure your tongue is released. Depending on the severity of how difficult it is to hit those low notes, I will legitimately tongue stretch with a paper towel. Get down there. So releasing that tension can be really helpful. Making sure you have enough air is very helpful for those low notes. And just like pour the air out. Don't push it out. Don't push it out. Just like allow that air out. And then keeping that airflow connected through the consonants. So if you're singing like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a song without copyright issues. But I don't know, something down low. Channeling man. I had like 3 guy clients today. I'm down there. But yeah, instead of something down low and trying to reach for it, something down low. And like letting that air and all the connection between each word help you moving it forward. Moving it forward, I think, is the short version of that.
The thing with low notes for me is, first off, you asked for an exercise that helps with that. One of the things that I like to do is just take a little 5-tone descending scale, and take whatever, might be something neutral for you. I'm going to actually pop this up so I can see the keyboard here. I have this on a standing desk here. But yeah, I know, sorry about it. But one of the things I'll do is like a ba 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 ba, and you'll see that just opens up, and I still have tone. The lower I go, the more I move towards vocal fry. Ba 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 ba. And I have this like gravelly sound. It's not driven. Right, that's it's very, very, very important to mention that. It's not driven, and I'm not going ba 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 and letting everything fall back, and I'm not going ba 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 and letting everything crunch up. I'm keeping the space. I'm allowing both the depth to be there and that forward bite. Ba 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 ba, and I can just keep. It's funny when you do that. Ba 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 ba, and it's not a big deal, right? But vocal fry is the natural extension of chest voice. Okay, so when you are practicing this, you should ideally find yourself naturally transitioning to vocal fry. I want to really stress that the vocal fry is not a squeezed sound, it's a released sound. Right? Yeah, there's a lot of release. It's not like this, where we're doing that. And it's not like more from Family Guy. Don't do that. It's more released. It's more like Elmo. It's more like Elmo Fudd, right? Be very, very quiet. We're hunting wabbit, right? So, you got that feel. When you find that release and you start transitioning into vocal fry, you can kind of do what you need to do to play around with the shaping to boost basically that forwardness and also the roundedness to work together to keep the sound full. I hope that makes sense. But that's what I like to do in the way of like just helping people do that. Have that natural groggy feel as you go lower. Allow that transition to happen. And actually, really fun little fact, when you do that, you can kind of, what if, you can take that like all over your range because you have this really light, thin closure in your chords, and it just makes things really easy to transition. So
I will now never not think of Elmer Fudd when I try this.
You are so welcome. No, it's a great thing. Just dying. Once again, light texture. Light, it's very groggy. If you say, I don't want to wake up, tension. Right? You have that kind of feel. That's what it's going to feel like. You start squeezing in, that's bad. Yeah. If it gets really breathy, that's bad. That's not what we're looking for. It's that very light grogginess. But you'll find that'll be really helpful, I hope. So, and if you have any issues, let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
Because you can't go too far with that stuff, but if you're doing it right, it won't be. But, you're kind of playing with some of this stuff on your own. So, it's like I said, sometimes it's helpful to have somebody kind of kick you back and forth and get you in that right spot in the middle.